I'm going to be showing you how to change the name of a non-SSI ZVM system. This process is laid out in CP Planning and Admin, Chapter 16, section Changing the Name of the Target System. If you need to change the name of a ZVM system that is a member of an SSI, it is possible, but there is no documented procedure due to the complexity and variability of steps to be taken based on your SSI environment, and it should only be done with IBM's assistance. So we'll be changing the name of a second-level non-SSI ZVM system. Right now it's Toronto, and we'll be changing it to Miami. There are restrictions to what the name can be. It must be between 1 and 8 alphanumeric characters, begin with a letter, and cannot be no sys or no SSI. So first we need to log on to our service ID, which for me is mate 730 because I'm running ZVM 730. So the first files we'll be changing are on the 41dog, which the service ID is already linked to by default. So we just need to access it. So I'll access it at H, bring that up. And the first file we'll be changing is this file, the system product inventory table. But since we're going to be changing it, we should make a backup. So I'll do that. Okay, and I'm going to copy this and back out of here so I can use the xedit command on the command line because we're going to be using the width 120 option, which will prevent us from truncating any data from the ends of records. So first we'll enter view 1 star to make sure we're seeing everything. And what we need to do is change every instance of the old system name to the new name in this :system tag. And we can do that with a single xedit command, the change command, which would look like this, which just says, starting from the current line, change every instance of this to this, and this asterisk means for every line following the current line. So we enter that. Now we see a bunch of Miamis. And take a look around, make sure nothing got changed that you didn't think should be. And this is good. So we'll file the changes. Next, we're going to do the same thing, but for all these SRVPROD files. Which SRVPROD files you have will depend on what components have been serviced. This is a GA level 7.3 ZVM system. So only the GA RSU that comes with the install media has been applied, and that hit only CP and ICK DSF. So we'll create 2 backups here. SRVPROD back. Cut the K off, that's okay. Same thing for here. Okay. And now to save some typing, we can do this. We'll do ICK-DSF first. We're going to follow the same procedure. Enter v1 star, and then our change command. Toronto to Miami for all lines. And that's it. Now we'll do the same thing for CP SRVPROD. Okay, looks good. So now save the changes, and we don't need the 41dog anymore. So we can get rid of it. And now we're going to change the system update table, which lives on the 51dog, which by default is your D disk here. So of course we need to back that up first. Okay, and we're going to do the same exact thing. We need to change everything. We need to change these prod level tags. done. And the last file we need to change is the system config, which lives on PMAINT CF0. So let's link that, access it at H. Most likely, the only thing you'll need to change is this system identifier. But just in case there's anything else in here, we will use our trusty change command. Yeah, it's the only thing that changed. Okay. And since we changed the system config file, even though we changed one line, we're still going to run cp syntax, which lives on the 193. Just got to access it. And now I should be able to do cp syntax, and it should say there's no errors. Okay. So now we're updating files, at least here. The last thing we need to do is update the DMSPARMS file on VMSERVR, which is the server to the recovery SFS. So we gotta log off and log on to VMSERVR, which by default is accessible by IBM VM1. So because this is an SFS server, we got issue stop. File list to the A disk. Edit this DMSPARMS file, and we'll just change Toronto to Miami here. This LU name statement is what you want to change. File that, and we need to issue one command. FILESERV CRRLOG 306 307. And what this does is it updates the CRRLOG mini disk with a new system name. 306 and 307 are the default addresses used. Your system may be different. Okay, so now we can start the server back up. We can do that just by running the profile exec. And then we're done here. Okay, so next we'll log back onto our service ID, and we're gonna shut the system down. What we need to do now is update the ownership of all the page and spool packs of this second level system. And we'll be doing that with the CPFMTXA utility. So I need to get CMS here, but I don't want my profile exec to run because that will just bring the second level system back up. So I need the VMLINK PMAINT 551. That's where CPFMTXA lives. And now I just need to issue CPFMTXA dog78 easy CSM SP1 owner no SSI Miami. D78 easy is my spool pack. This is the spool pack's volume ID. And then this is the name that I changed, the new name for my system. My system does not have a page pack and only has one spool. So you need to run this CPFMTXA command for all your page and spool packs. If you don't know what those are, when your system is up, you can run cp CRRLOG page and CRRLOG spool to get them. Or while you're down here, first level, you can just do a query virtual DASD and just go by the volume IDs. And you'll be able to tell what they are if you did a good job labeling them. So that was the last step. So now we'll bring the system back up to make sure the system name is changed. And I can do that just by running my profile. And here it is, back up, and we see Miami. So that is the end of the video. There are additional considerations you should read about in Chapter 16 of CP Planning and Admin, and they depend on what products you're using on your system. Some products may care about what your system is named and have it recorded somewhere. So you may need to make additional changes based on what you're running. Thanks for watching.